A day of rest is necessary after a hard period of time. And I really need to remind myself of that fact because I was so tired last night. I've been doing so much for so long, even though it doesn't seem like a lot. But I was mentally taxed to the point last night where I could not figure out how to record a video. So I did post a short on here, but wasn't great. And I think I think I'm feeling a little bit better now. I haven't done anything mentally strenuous today. I did a few things around the house and basically played a lot of word games. I love word games, which is one of the reasons I like to write because words are so much fun. I love putting the letters together in combinations and figuring out how things are pronounced. And one of JT and I's most fun activities together is that we like to play words with friends. So we usually play during our lunch break and around dinner time. And we get a little vocal with each other. We're pretty evenly matched, but depending on the letters we get, sometimes one of us will be hundreds of points ahead, and it can get very frustrating. But word games are a nice way to loosen up my mind after I've done a lot of really heavy thinking. And it's funny because I returned Battleborn Bride to my editors yesterday at about the same time that I got some of my beta notes back from one of my readers. So I'm going to let those sit until I get Battleborn Bride back again because I will be getting it in 2 weeks. The edit starts tomorrow, so actually I should get it back on my birthday, I think. So very interesting coincidence that I happened to get the beta notes right after I had sent it back to my editors. But I'm glad it's progressing. Some of the suggestions by my most recent beta reader I have already addressed because multiple people said the same thing. So I won't need to do a lot of that type of updating, but she did have some good suggestions that I may need to incorporate once I get my edits back. I'm very thankful that I will not need to rush through these edits because I can get the manuscript back to them for the proofing queue at any time. So it won't be the 2 week turnaround that I've been doing for the last few times. And that's where I really was pushing myself because it was difficult to get work done every day since I had a lot of other things going on. And we have 2 more events coming up, one tomorrow, one Saturday. And I'm glad that I don't have edits hanging over my head right now so I can actually enjoy those events. But I really need to remind myself to take a day off now and again because even though writing is not physically strenuous, it can be very hard on my mind. And like I said, yesterday I was so drained to the point where I couldn't even figure out how to record my video. I did, I think I recorded 3 times. The third time I thought the video was okay, but there was no sound. So my microphone may have been turned off. Yeah, I'm still a little punch drunk, I think, and I'm kind of looking forward to Sunday because it's going to be a relaxing day. JT and I will be recording our podcast Sunday morning, but I really don't have any other plans. So today I did housework and things like that, but maybe Sunday I'll just take the day off completely and not do anything, and we'll see how that goes. I know my kids do want me to go visit, but I might put them off for one more day because I do think I need a little bit of a break. But in the meantime, I'll still do fun things like play games with my husband, and I'm thinking of doing a few art pieces to see if I might have them for Saturday. I don't know. I'll only have a little bit of time tomorrow to work on it since we will be at an event for a couple of hours. So I may be cutting things too close. So now that I'm second guessing myself. I don't think I will do it after all because I don't need to stress myself any more than I already have. So, this is my reminder to you that if you have been working really hard for a long period of time, be sure to take a little break every now and again, or else your body's going to tell you that you need to take one. Mm. Before I head off to do other things, I do have a quick story for you. It is funny because I'd forgotten all about this until I was scrolling on TikTok earlier, and I came across a video where someone was talking about her experiences, and it reminded me that I had had a somewhat similar experience recently. So last Saturday, when we were at the Sierra Arts Book Fest in Sparks, the famously windy event, and that may be why I forgot about this, was because I was so focused on the aftermath. I actually noticed that I have some bruises from where everything fell on me. But good things happened during the event. We sold some books, we talked to a lot of fun people, we hung out with our author friends, and we were giving out our little goodie bags that have a business card, a piece of chocolate, and a keychain. And they're book themed keychains with different sayings on them. So people were having fun going through and looking to see which keychain they wanted. And one of the people who came through and got one of the little goodie bags was a girl, probably about 9 or 10 years old, and she was just so excited. And she found a keychain that she really, really liked. So then she came over to me and she said, "Can I have a hug?" And I melted. So of course I gave her a hug. It was so sweet. JT gave her a fist bump. They did blew it up, but she was adorable. And there were a lot of really cute kids there that day. We were talking to many of them. There was one child that may have been hearing impaired. I'm not sure, but the child did know sign language. So it was very cute because the baby was asking for milk. And that's how I noticed that the baby was signing. And so we got into an interesting conversation with the parents about how the baby signs various different things. And I don't think it was probably even a year old. So it is funny how language works because children who sign tend to be able to communicate earlier than children who speak verbally. I know that's probably not always the case, but I think it is more common for babies who learn sign language to be able to, I guess you could say, vocalize or to make their desires known or their needs known, probably sooner than babies who are speaking, because I think it takes a while for the vocal cords and for the kids to figure out how to make the proper sounds with their mouth. I'm obviously not a linguist. I don't have a background in speech pathology or anything like that, but from what I've seen, it looks like babies who use sign language do tend to communicate younger than babies who speak verbally. But so we had a nice chat with that family. They were very sweet. And there was one little girl who was wearing the most adorable outfit. It was all mismatched patterns. They were clashing like crazy, but she had attitude. And she may have been like 3 or 4 years old. And she kind of, we said hi and like, "You look very cute today." And she was kind of giving us a look. But after we chatted with her for a couple of minutes, she sat down in an empty chair like she was our best friend. So we did really enjoy spending time with the kids who wandered through. And it just makes me want to write children's books. I have attempted it in the past, and I don't have anything published for children yet. But I may do that at some point because it would be fun to have something that I could go read at an elementary school. There is a story that I attempted when my kids were in school that I might revisit, and it has to do with a story that my mother told me. from her childhood in Ireland. So I think that could be fun, and I might want to do that so that I can have an opportunity to interact with little kids more often, because it's just so much fun and it's so sweet. And kids absolutely adore books. Oh, and the crows are checking in. They've been very vocal, but that's okay. We like our neighborhood crows. Anyway, I will finish my day off by posting this video and putting my feet up again. And tomorrow I will probably be recording the grand opening of Bub's Bookstore here in Carson City. They're having their ribbon cutting at about 1 p.m., I think. So we will be there for that. And then we will have our table from, I think, 1:30 to 2:30 or 3 o'clock. Something, it might just be an hour. It might be 1:30 to 2:30. But we're looking forward to checking out the new bookstore. It's pretty exciting for us here in Carson City because we don't really have a lot of them. They do sell used books at some of our thrift stores. There is, of course, the Friends of the Carson City Library. They have a bookstore they call Browser's Corner. And of course, there's places like Walmart and Target. But we don't really have a dedicated bookstore. We used to have a Borders, but obviously that went out of business. So we are looking forward to having one again. And it is very close to downtown, to McFadden Plaza, where there's a splash pad and the little kids like to hang out in the summer, and there's an ice cream shop there, and it's a very nice area. I'll have to actually do a video maybe of the area tomorrow so you can see what it's like, because I think anybody who visits Carson City should definitely check out that part of town. It is very cool and it's a fun place to hang out. It's also where Comma Coffee is located, where JT likes to go and write, though he may start splitting his time between Comma Coffee and Bub's Bookstore, I think. I know for sure that I will be spending some time working over there. And they have talked about doing author events and author kind of discussions and maybe writers groups and things like that. So hopefully it will be a really fun place for our literary community to gather here in Carson City, because I do love the Sierra Arts Foundation, but we have to go all the way to Reno for those meetings. So it's nice to have something where it's just a 5-minute drive. We don't have to deal with all the traffic. We can even walk if we wanted to. So that will be very exciting, and I will take you along. I will definitely get video tomorrow, though I'm learning that recording videos during our regular book events, the day-long ones, can be very difficult, because if it gets busy, I'm basically the cashier, and then I have to, for example, for the Sierra Arts Book Fest, I had to do the receipts and make sure that the person writes down their name so JT can do the autographs. I don't need the name written down, obviously, but it helps him since he can't hear what people are saying very well. So there's always a lot going on, and it's really hard for me to record video, though I should be able to maybe just put a camera up in the corner and do a little video that way. I might give that a try on Saturday, because we will be at the Brewery Arts Center for Nevada Pride, and we're looking forward to that. I have put together another set of goodie bags to give away, because we gave everything away at Book Fest. So I have a small bag that I'm taking tomorrow, but I have a big bowl of them that we're going to have for Pride on Saturday. And I suspect they will all go, which is really fun. I have so much fun watching people pick out the bookmark or book book keychains that they prefer, because there are some really cute ones. So again, I just want to remind you, it's okay to take a day off every once in a while. It can be very necessary. And I hope that if you are taking some time off, the weather is nice, because it's warming up here. I did install our air conditioners, but out here in the sunroom, it's a little toasty. I think it's about 85 degrees in here right now. So I won't be doing this for much longer. I'll have to find another location to do my videos, maybe in the basement. But in the meantime, I hope the weather is nice where you are, and I will check in again with you tomorrow. I'm Cassidy Carson, and this is The Life of a Writer. Take care.